Unraveling the mysteries scattered across China's vast lands is a forgotten chapter of human history. Here stand hundreds of monumental megalithic structures. All of this demonstrates the application of advanced technologies, revealing the existence of a vast and complex civilization that once flourished in what is now China. An ancient civilization carved massive stone blocks weighing over 1,000 tons and built more than 200 pyramids spread across vast lands. Extracting thousands of tons of stone to create a massive cave network, made even more impressive with the support of advanced technology. This ancient society once possessed sophisticated technology, monumental architecture, and profound knowledge, yet it was wiped out in an instant, most likely by a catastrophic global disaster. This mysterious civilization existed even before recognized historical records, challenging our understanding of humanity's past and leaving us with unanswered questions. What secrets lie buried deep within China's ancient soil? The Duangshan Quarry, located in the outskirts of Nanjing, China, is a mysterious archaeological site that challenges conventional understanding of ancient engineering techniques. The heart of this mystery lies in a colossal megalith, estimated to weigh up to 16,000 tons, making it the largest human-carved stone block ever created. Organizing the logistics to cut, extract, and transport a stone block of such enormous size is truly an astonishing feat. With current technology, moving a 16,000-ton rock is nearly impossible. No matter how many cranes and heavy machinery we use. Here's the natural English translation of your text, choosing the more fluid alternative. And clearly, the massive rock at the Duangshan Quarry is not a rare occurrence. Millions of tons of rock appear to have been displaced, leaving towering vertical walls that render traditional stone extraction methods impossible. Anyone operating this quarry must have sufficient capability and necessary technology to move the massive stone blocks after extraction. But this isn't the only mystery. The methods used to cut and shape these massive stone blocks are the very origin of wonders. Beneath the arch of the block are large square holes, likely created to assist in lifting and moving the block away from the construction site. The traces of quarries and meticulously crafted surfaces remaining at this site exhibit such a high degree of precision that they seem to surpass the capabilities of any ancient civilizations we have known. The presence of perfectly straight and precise lines, along with the flawless dimensions of the stone blocks, demonstrates a mastery of stone craftsmanship unmatched by any known ancient civilization of that time. Additionally, the wear and weathering marks on the stone block indicate that it is of very ancient origin, possibly even much older than the estimated 8,000 years. It seems this entire area was once a complex, as many ruined structures still remain scattered throughout. Among these over 100 architectural structures, one can admire exquisitely carved crown-shaped rock niches. This is a remarkable feat unachievable with only rudimentary bronze tools. The precision of the 90-degree angles and the removal of complex materials from these blocks leave modern researchers deeply puzzled. The most striking feature of this structure is the giant knobs. Ancient structures adorned with distinctive stone knobs appear in many parts of the world, suggesting a shared technique or symbolic meaning among prehistoric civilizations. In Peru, especially in regions like Cusco, there are many ancient stones with nearly identical shapes. In Giza, part of Akkad, famous for its pyramids, there are also massive blocks with protruding parts that resemble nipples. Particularly, the Pyramid of Menkora stands as a striking testament to that characteristic. Historians believe these knobs were used to lift and secure the stone blocks, serving as anchor points for ropes when using levers. However, considering the massive scale of the stone blocks at Duangshan, it is clear that behind these protruding sections lies another hidden purpose. But how is it that these massive, unfinished stone blocks appear in so many places around the world? All were abruptly abandoned mid-exploitation and lay untouched, silent for thousands of years. We've mentioned the massive rocks at Baalbek before. Chiletan consists of 3 massive stone blocks, each weighing approximately 800 tons, forming part of the altar to Jupiter. The true age of this massive foundation remains a mystery to archaeologists. But it is believed that they are at least 9,000 years old. The ancient Phoenicians, Greeks, and Romans built their architectural structures and temples on vast foundations. But none of their works could match the colossal scale and peak technical mastery demonstrated by the Baalbek stone slabs. These massive stone blocks were cut and stacked with astonishing precision, forming flawless joints. Beside these rock formations lies another massive boulder, known as the Pregnant Woman Rock, located in a nearby quarry. The stone was left behind for no apparent reason. The transportation and assembly of these stone blocks remains a challenge for both historians and engineers, as the methods used still remain unclear to this day. The astonishing thing is that the Dang Sun quarry in China bears tool marks identical to those on the massive stone blocks at Baalbek. In the ancient city of Petra in the Chogdan region, traces of tools with characteristics similar to the carvings on the Yangshan stone block were also discovered. Petra dates back to 57,000 BC, distinguished by sedimentary rock formations with striations similar to Yangshan, though composed of diverse stone types in varied colors. When compared to modern machinery, clear similarities can be seen in the patterns created by today's mining equipment. This proves that ancient tool-making techniques were just as sophisticated as today's technology. This raises intriguing questions about the capabilities and technology of ancient civilizations, revealing the possibility that they possessed sophisticated technical knowledge much earlier, far earlier than we ever imagined. At Aikub, there are many other abandoned quarries, such as the Aswan Quarry. This site holds a massive granite block with an impressive length of up to 40 meters and a weight of approximately 1,170 tons. The surface of this massive granite boulder is dotted with undulating veins, giving the impression that it was just hewn straight from the mountainside. Another unfinished massive stone block can be found at the Minya Quarry, also known as the Tura Limestone Quarry, also located in Aikub. The Minya stone block remains in its original location, partially carved from the limestone bedrock. This indicates that the project was abandoned before completion and transportation. The sudden shutdown of these locations has raised suspicions of an unexpected disaster, forcing large-scale projects to halt midway. The similarities among the unfinished structures at multiple sites have led researchers to hypothesize about a massive ancient flood, which may have been the reason these monumental constructions were abruptly abandoned. It seems these advanced civilizations came to an abrupt halt in their developmental journey, leaving behind massive stone structures as silent witnesses to their former grandeur and extraordinary technical prowess. In 1992, a remarkable discovery was recorded in Huani, a small village in Chesang province in eastern China. This place stands out with its rustic agricultural lifestyle and picturesque riverside scenery, hiding a deep secret within the heart of the mountain. The mountain, though not overly majestic, has many ponds. What's remarkable is that many of these ponds are distinctly rectangular in shape, evoking thoughts of some peculiar origin. These ponds have always been brimming with water for so long that no one can remember since when, and the locals regularly use the water from them. Bottomless ponds. This name is well deserved, as these ponds are so deep they seem immeasurable. Through the ages, the villagers used long poles to probe the depth, but all efforts proved futile as no one could ever reach the bottom. How strange, there are even fish of all different sizes, just like those living in ponds and lakes. In the summer of 1992, the mystery of these ponds grew even stranger when a local villager, while fishing as usual, unexpectedly caught a giant fish weighing over 13 kilograms from one of the seemingly ordinary bodies of water. This catch holds special significance not only due to the colossal size of the fish, but also because of the questions it raises about the true nature of the lake's depths, where such a massive creature could grow and thrive. Driven by curiosity, he was determined to uncover the mystery of the bottomless ponds, once and for all. To achieve that, you must act decisively. Drain the pond dry to expose the hidden secret once and for all. They convinced 3 villagers of Lak Kak about the importance of uncovering hidden mysteries. Afterward, everyone pooled their resources to buy a water pump, launching an ambitious project to challenge the legends of their ancestors. On June 9, 1992, they began the task of draining one of the ponds. The pumps operated continuously, with staff working around the clock in shifts. After 5 days of continuous pumping, the water had receded enough to reveal the first signs that this was no ordinary pond. To their astonishment, a stone staircase suddenly emerged from the receding waters, leading down into the depths below. This initial discovery brought a moment both sacred and utterly unexpected. Recognizing the importance of this discovery, the villagers decided to step up their efforts. They purchased 4 additional water pumps, significantly increasing their water pumping capacity. For 17 days straight, they tirelessly persevered, watching as the water level gradually receded, slowly revealing their entire discovery. When the last drops of water trickled down, they stood before the entrance of a massive artificial cave. In reality, the out tree has long attracted and united their community through celestial ponds or guiding nets leading to the upper regions, forming a massive complex deep within the ancient underground. This discovery challenges all human understanding of their surroundings and their own history. That is Longdu Cave, a renowned ancient marvel of engineering and craftsmanship, as we commonly know it today. There are a total of 24 caves, 14 of which have collapsed. The remaining intact caves all have perfectly flat floors and ceilings, with a precise 45-degree angle. Although the caves are not connected to each other, they all lie in a straight line and have the same horizontal levels. In reality, there are caves dug right next to each other, only 50 centimeters apart. But how did the ancients achieve such precision? These caves are incredibly massive, with vast hollows carved from solid rock, extending deep into the earth. The intricate carvings, the perfectly polished walls, and the massive scale of the excavation reveal a level of sophisticated craftsmanship and unparalleled organizational capability never before seen in ancient Chinese history. The cave is designed with both elegance and practicality, featuring a system of canals and lakes that reflect a profound understanding of hydraulics and masterful resource management. Despite their ancient origins, the caves remain resilient against the ravages of time, maintaining their sturdy structure with almost no erosion or sediment deposition. This only makes the purpose and identity of their creator even more mysterious. Another mystery is the complete absence of soot marks on the walls or cave ceilings. So how did they light these caves while working? These caves average 1,000 square meters each in area, with heights equivalent to a 10-story building, covering a total area 3.5 times that of the city. The study estimates that without modern technology, the process of carving these works could take up to hundreds of years. Not to mention the time required for meticulous carving and elaborate decoration to adorn the caves. A project of such magnitude clearly had royal backing. However, it's noteworthy that these caves were never mentioned in historical records. Although China is renowned for its meticulous and ancient record-keeping tradition, no historical documents mention the construction process of these caves being preserved. The caves also hold their own unique charm through the traces imprinted on their rocky walls. These signs are remarkably similar and astonishingly uniform. They are all perfectly arranged and tilted at a 60-degree angle. Many believe they were created using some advanced technology. It's fascinating how these traces almost perfectly match the marks made by modern machinery, evoking the lines left behind by today. When comparing the markings in ancient caves in China with those made by modern drilling machines, we observe an astonishing similarity, almost a perfect match in their fundamental nature. This raises a challenging question. Did the creators of these caves possess technology similar to ours today? According to calculations, the construction of the Dragon Cave will require moving millions of cubic meters of rock. With the average density of sandstone being around 3 tons per cubic meter, the total weight of material to be extracted will be extremely large, potentially reaching millions of tons. One of the things that baffles researchers is the complete absence of any traces of the people who built these caves. No village ruins, no burial grounds, and no living or working areas have been discovered. Over 1 million tons of stone were extracted from these caves, yet when archaeologists surveyed the area, they found no trace of them. A boulder of such immense size would undoubtedly leave a distinct mark on the landscape, forming massive debris piles akin to the spoil heaps commonly seen in modern mining areas. However, the area around the caves shows no traces of large rock piles, as is commonly seen in large-scale mining sites. However, these 24 caves are not the only places preserving all traces of that advanced technology. In reality, China has thousands of caves with similar features. Just travel about 150 kilometers north, and you'll come across Hua Cave. Nestled along the Yellow River, this cave complex consists of 36 grottos, each meticulously and vividly carved, showcasing the astonishingly distinctive features of Longdu Cave. The caves are architectural masterpieces with vast interior spaces, intricate interwoven passageways, and exquisitely carved details. The scale of the Hua-Sun cave excavation is truly astonishing due to its monumental grandeur. Like Longzhou Cave, the amount of rock that had to be removed to create these spaces is truly colossal. However, the strange thing is that the fragments from this large-scale excavation vanished without a trace. The estimated total volume of rock excavated to create Hua-Sun Cave amounts to millions of cubic meters. This was a monumental feat requiring a well-organized workforce and a deep understanding of engineering principles. Without modern technology, carving these works would take hundreds of years to complete. Here are the two natural English translation options. Choose one based on context. The purpose of these structures or the civilization that created them remains a mystery. Many areas within these caves still remain unexplored to this day. Another place to encounter strange mechanical traces is Hexen Fortress, perched atop a towering Loess hillside. The mysterious fortress is skillfully hidden within the deep ravines, making it nearly invisible to untrained eyes. Even the locals know very little about its historical origins. Thanks to the guidance of Mr. Hu Chun, an 80-year-old local resident, the meaning and design of the fortress were finally clarified. His deep knowledge of the area was what led to the discovery of paths to that historic site. Inside the Hexen City Fortress, the open expanse of land evokes the image of an ancient ship. The ancient fortress once had houses carved into the mountainsides on both flanks. Over time, erosion wore them away, leaving only the high plateau and the towering gate standing starkly. Upon discovering it, historians initially hypothesized that it was the work of local villagers, simple, rustic farmers. Without any means of defense, they built a fortress to take refuge from the bandits. However, this story raises more questions than answers, especially when it comes to the distinctive architectural features of the fortress. Especially the 9-meter-long window, which can be easily seen from a distance. The massive scale and intricate architecture of Hexen City's fortress seem to contradict the hypothesis that this was merely a simple refuge. Like the previously mentioned caves, Hexen Cave is not a natural formation but rather an intricately crafted work of stone. Based on the remaining traces, it can be seen that this work was carved using a technique similar to that of other caves. Another hidden gem is Guiyangzhou Cave, often regarded as China's largest cliffside dwelling, discovered in 1984. This vast cave complex consists of 117 caves and 350 chambers, spanning an area of 100,000 square meters, standing as a powerful testament to the masterful craftsmanship of ancient people. Guanyin Cave is located about 80 kilometers northwest of Beijing, carved out of solid granite. This remarkable feat showcases both the exquisite craftsmanship and the tireless labor of its creators. On the granite surface, we once again encounter familiar traces, identical to those seen in other megalithic structures. It becomes even more mysterious due to the lack of verified archaeological evidence and historical records mentioning this site, leaving experts puzzled about its origins, purpose, and the people behind this unique architectural wonder. Hang Guiyangzhou resembles a honeycomb with intricately carved stone chambers, divided into two distinct clusters. These rooms feature diverse designs, ranging from square and rectangular to circular shapes. They may consist of one or multiple rooms spanning across different floors, mimicking the distinctive cave house architecture found in regions like Turkey, Italy, or Spain. Details such as doors, windows, stoves, chimneys, lampstands, and drawers are all intricately carved from stone, reflecting the family's high aesthetic standards and meticulous attention to arrangement. The architectural design also incorporates a modern drainage system, clearly demonstrating the builders' expertise in environmental management and their commitment to sustainable living. The cave features a structure with uniformly thick walls and chambers of varied sizes, arranged compactly like multi-story buildings, showcasing highly advanced architectural and engineering skills. This area has stairs, walkways, and a stone bridge, while the roof is grooved to channel rainwater. Tangji House, also known as the Golden Temple, is the largest architectural structure in the complex and stands out prominently. This two-story building consists of 8 rooms, featuring intricately carved stone pillars, a large bed placed at the center, and stone furniture. These features lead many to believe it once served as the residence of the community leader or an important worship space. Despite being protected and studied for over 30 years since its discovery, The origin, purpose, and ultimate fate of the Guzhaju culture's inhabitants remain a mystery to this day. Archaeological evidence suggests this site dates back approximately 1,000 to 2,000 years. However, this is only an initial hypothesis, and many believe the location's history is actually far more ancient. When evaluating these complex architectural structures, we can affirm that there once existed a lost civilization in China thousands of years ago. But did that mysterious culture leave behind any other traces? In 1986, during construction work, workers in Quanhan City accidentally uncovered an archaeological marvel, revealing traces of a long-lost ancient civilization. The discovery of 2 sacrificial pits containing hundreds of artifacts, including bronze and gold masks, small statues, and intricately crafted marble and jade objects, marks a major breakthrough in the study of ancient Chinese history. From then on, historians have determined that these findings date back 3,000 to 5,000 years, belonging to the dawn of human civilization, contemporaneous with the Sumerian and ancient Egyptian civilizations, among the earliest on Earth. Three-Star Mound. A total of 13,000 artifacts have been excavated, including over 1,200 bronze items, 543 gold artifacts, and 565 jade artifacts. Standing out among these discoveries is a bronze box with a turtle-shaped lid, a handle adorned with dragon carvings, and a bronze ribbon. Other significant findings include a bronze sacrificial altar, large-sized bronze masks, and bronze statues depicting half-human, half-serpent figures. Before the giant mask, astonishing with its size of about 1.5 meters wide and 75 centimeters tall. Another impressive artifact is this massive bronze statue, standing at over 2.5 meters tall. On each of the character's palms were cylindrical indentations, indicating they had once gripped some kind of object. All the bronze head statues found in the Gitek artifact group share a striking common feature. Their eyes and hands are sculpted with larger than normal proportions. Many believe this civilization was not even part of Chinese culture, because Chinese civilization has never produced any artifacts resembling those creations. All of these mysterious artifacts are utterly unique and imbued with refined artistic elegance. It's strange that many of them were broken and had burn marks. It means they were deliberately destroyed, burned to ashes, and then buried. Or perhaps it was left behind by a civilization wiped out by a terrible catastrophe. The masks and statues of this culture stand out not only for their distinctive facial features, but also manifests in remarkable skill and astonishing complexity. To create such intricate and detailed pieces, you must possess masterful metallurgical techniques. It's astonishing to know that this civilization has existed for at least 5,000 years. Whoever they were, their sudden disappearance remains one of history's greatest mysteries.